South African hip-hop has seen many talents rise and fall, but few have left an indelible mark like Kiernan Jarryd Forbes, as known as AKA. His journey from a young boy in Cape Town to becoming one of Africa's most celebrated rappers is a tale of passion, persistence, and unparalleled creativity. Today we're diving deep into the life and legacy of the Supa Mega, exploring his personal life, career highlights, and the profound impact that he has left on the South African music scene. Born on January 28, 1988 in Cape Town, South Africa, Kiernan Forbes grew up surrounded by the diverse cultural influences that would later shape his music. From a young age, AKA was drawn to the arts, particularly music. He began his musical journey in high school at St. John's College, forming a rap group called Anatii with his high school mates. The group consisted of 6 members at the inception. However, due to the families of the other 3 members of Anatii opposing the idea of them being rappers in high school, there were only 3 left. Sizwe Mpofu Welsh, aka Vice Versa, Nhlanhla Makena, aka Greyhound, and Kiernan Forbes, aka himself. Their track Touch and Go garnered some attention, hinting at the potential that was yet to fully unfold. Anatii's modest success in the early 2000s was just the beginning for AKA. The group's blend of local flavors and international hip-hop influences set the stage for what would become a defining feature of AKA's music: his ability to bridge South African culture with global trends. In 2006, AKA parted ways with Anatii and the group got disbanded.
All of us together like this really tight-knit friend group. And I think fame does something to people. And the more famous he became, the more detached he became from that original group of friends.
AKA went on to study sound engineering and audio technology at the Academy of Sound Engineering, a move that deepened his understanding of music production and gave him the technical skills required to refine his sound. Following his exit from Anatii, AKA co-founded the production collective Ivy League. Kiernan worked alongside Ntokozo Mazibuko, aka Books, and Kamohelo Bako, aka Kamza. The trio produced songs for staple South African hip-hop artists like Pro Kid, Kulichana, and Reason, among others. In 2009, AKA's solo career began to take shape with the release of his debut mixtape, 24/7 366. It wasn't long before the industry took notice of his unique blend of hard-hitting beats, sharp lyricism, and his ability to tell stories that resonated with a wide audience. But it was his debut album, Alter Ego, released in 2011, that truly catapulted him to stardom. Alter Ego was more than just an album. It was a statement of intent. With hits like Victory Lap and I Want It All, AKA established himself as a force in the South African music industry. The album went gold and earned him several awards, including the Best Street Urban Album at the Summer Awards. What the hell is a Best Street Urban Album? It's the best hip-hop album. I don't know why they couldn't just say Best Hip-Hop Album. They chose to go for a fancy nyana word. Even the R&B category had a Best Smooth Urban category, which is, I don't know, kind of stupid to say the least. Anyways, AKA's ability to fuse elements of traditional South African sounds with modern hip-hop set him apart from his peers and positioned him as a leader in the genre. Over the next decade, AKA released several critically acclaimed albums, each one cementing his status as a powerhouse in South African music.
Trying to figure out how to, fuse house and fuse dance music and fuse hip-hop and make it authentic and make it African and make it, refreshing.
His sophomore album, Levels, released in 2014, featured chart-topping singles like Congratulate, Run Josie, and All Eyes on Me. Levels didn't just resonate in South Africa, it put AKA on the map internationally, with collaborations featuring artists from across the continent. In 2017, AKA teamed up with fellow South African rapper and producer Anatii to release their collaborative album, Be Careful What You Wish For. The project was a major success, highlighting both artists' ability to create a cohesive sound that was innovative and introspective. The album featured hits like 10 Fingers and Don't Forget to Pray, which dominated the airwaves and showcased their dynamic chemistry. Be Careful What You Wish For was praised for its high production quality and the seamless blending of their distinct styles, proving that AKA was just as effective in collaborations as he was in his solo work. The following year, AKA's third album, Touch My Blood, got released. The album showcased his evolution as an artist, blending personal introspection with broader social commentary. The album saw AKA dabble in other genres outside of hip-hop like Afropop and Afrobeats. The album went platinum in South Africa, proving AKA's enduring appeal and his ability to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of hip-hop. Singles like Fela and Versace became anthems, reflecting AKA's knack for creating music that was both commercially viable and artistically significant. He optimized his ability to make other music genres besides hip-hop to the point where he was getting pop star status. This was quite polarizing for someone who started out as a hip-hop artist because the rap community deemed it as betrayal to the game. But artists evolve, and AKA did not shy away from that challenge. AKA attempting to fuse South African hip-hop with other genres did not always pan out successfully. A rare case of this was in 2020 when he released a WWE-inspired hip-hop/EDM/house extended play album mixtape. This body of work had a lot of formats. Bhovamania. This project was an album, mixtape, EP. It went through a lot of formats. So when mentioning it in this video, we'll just stick to the word project. The project marked a turning point in his career. A first miss, if you will. The project, while still reflecting AKA's creative flair, wasn't as well received as his previous work. Critics and fans alike felt that Bhovamania didn't live up to the high expectations set by his earlier albums. The project, inspired by AKA's love for wrestling and hip-hop,
my name is AKA the Supa Mega,
was seen as lacking the depth and consistency that had defined his earlier career releases. Despite its commercial performance, Bhovamania served as a reminder of the high standards AKA had set for himself and the challenges of meeting those expectations with every new release. After Bhovamania, some questioned whether AKA had lost his touch, but AKA was far from done. He returned to the studio with renewed energy, determined to prove that he was still a dominant force in the music industry.
are you ready? Go to arena! Your niggas not ready.
We'll touch on his subsequent body of work in a later segment. In total, AKA released 4 studio albums, numerous singles, and collaborated with a wide array of artists. Each release added to his commercial success with multiple platinum certifications and millions of streams across various platforms. AKA wasn't just a musician, he was a brand with an influence that extended far beyond the recording studio. Supa Mega's success wasn't just limited to the music. He was also a savvy businessman who understood the power of branding. Over the years, he partnered with several high-profile brands including Cruise Vodka, Reebok, and Huawei, among others. These partnerships weren't just about endorsing products, they were about creating a lifestyle that fans could aspire to. In 2016, AKA launched his own line of signature vodka flavors with Cruise Vodka. This move showcased his entrepreneurial spirit and his desire to build something that would last beyond his music career. This was followed by other ventures, including his own line of sneakers in collaboration with Reebok. AKA's ability to leverage his fame into successful business endeavors highlighted his understanding of the industry and his foresight in creating a lasting legacy. AKA's legacy as one of South Africa's most decorated musicians has also been cemented. Over the course of his career, AKA received numerous awards and nominations. He has received 6 South African Music Awards, including 3 Best Male Artist Awards.
I've just won my best hip-hop. I'm the hip-hop king right now.
His first came in 2012 for Alter Ego, then in 2015 he won for his sophomore album, Levels, and his last came in 2023 for Mass Country. He was also the first recipient of the Summer Video of the Year award in 2020 for his collaboration with Younger Chief on Jiga. He also won Best Collaboration in 2023 for Lemon's Lemonade with Nasty C, and his only Best Hip Hop Album or Best Street Urban Album at the Summers came in 2012 for Alter Ego. Only one Best Hip Hop Album award for the Supa Mega at the Summers. But when you look at it in context, amen, SA Hip Hop was alive and competition was stiff. He has also received 11 Metro FM awards in total. His first 3 came at the 2011 edition for Best Produced Album, Best Hip Hop Album, and Best Newcomer for his debut album, Alter Ego. He has won 3 Best Collaboration Awards at the Metros, in 2015 for All Eyes on Me, in 2016 for Baddest, and in 2023 for Lemon's Lemonade. He has also received 2 Best Hit Single Metro FM Awards, in 2013 for Jealousy, and in 2016 for Baddest. His other major scoops at the Metros include his only Best Hip Hop Artist, Best Male Artist, and Artist of the Year awards. AKA has also won an award at the Continental stage, the MTV Africa Music Awards. His only award at the event was 2015's Best Collaboration for All Eyes on Me. This segment could be the longest, you know. He has also won awards at several other award shows, including the SA Hip Hop Awards, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and the Content Creator Awards, to name a few. In terms of record sales, AKA is amongst the best of the best. His catalog is filled with gold and platinum plaques. His studio albums have all reached a-reece's gold level certification, at least at this point in time. He also boasts a diamond album in his catalog with, yes, you guessed it, levels. 10 times platinum with sales in excess of 300,000 units. Considering how music consumption in South Africa has changed due to the streaming, of course, this is an incredibly amazing feat. In total, AKA's discography includes 4 studio albums, 2 collaborative albums, and several EPs with numerous gold and platinum certifications across singles, albums, and projects. He remains one of the best-selling South African hip-hop artists of all time, and that won't change for a while. Kiernan Jarryd Forbes' personal life was as much in the spotlight as his music. He was known for his high-profile relationships and his role as a father to his daughter, Cairo. His relationship with the late Nelly Tembe was widely publicized, and their love story, though tragically cut short, was a significant part of AKA's life. The public's fascination with AKA's personal life often mirrored the attention given to his music, making him one of the most talked about celebrities in South Africa. Despite the pressure of fame, AKA remained unapologetically himself. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind, whether on social media or in interviews, which sometimes led to controversy but also endeared him to the fans who appreciated his authenticity. Beyond his relationships, one aspect of AKA's life that stood out was his deep sense of patriotism. AKA was unapologetically South African. He wore his South African identity with pride, both in his personal life and through his music. Whether he was draped in the national flag during performances or incorporating local languages and cultural references into his lyrics, AKA made it clear that his roots were an integral part of his identity. Kiernan wasn't just representing South Africa in name, he was a true ambassador of South African culture. He often spoke about the importance of supporting local talent and using his platform to uplift his community. His music videos, interviews, and social media posts were filled with references to South African life. AKA's commitment to staying true to his heritage resonated with fans who saw in him a reflection of their own lives and struggles. AKA's impact on South African hip-hop is immeasurable. He was more than just an artist. He was a cultural icon who influenced fashion, language, and the very sound of South African music. His ability to seamlessly blend local and international influences created a blueprint for success that countless artists have followed. Beyond the accomplishments, AKA's legacy also lies in the doors he opened for other South African artists. He was a pioneer, paving the way for the next generation of musicians who looked up to him as a trailblazer in the industry. His music spoke to the realities of life in South Africa, while also offering an escape through infectious beats and catchy hooks. AKA wasn't just a voice for the youth, he was the voice of a generation, capturing the hopes, dreams, and struggles of millions of people. His legacy will continue to inspire, even as the music industry evolves. On February 10, 2023, South Africa was shocked by the tragic news of AKA's untimely death. He was shot outside a restaurant in Durban, a loss that sent ripples throughout the music community. Fans, fellow musicians, and public figures poured out their grief on social media, sharing memories and paying tribute to the man who had given so much to South African music. In the months following his death, a bittersweet moment came with the posthumous release of his last studio album, Mass Country. This album was not just a collection of tracks, it was AKA's comeback, a triumphant return to the sound and quality that his fans had come to love after the mixed reception of Bhovamania.
Mass Country is the most South R of South R albums you'll ever hear. It's literally called Mass Country. It's for the masses of the country.
Mass Country was a powerful reminder of AKA's unmatched talent, filled with the energy, introspection, and creativity that had defined his career. Mass Country was hailed as the perfect send-off for AKA, a project that encapsulated his legacy and solidified his place in the South African music industry. To be fair, at this point, the Supa Mega was already the Supa Mega. This was just a cherry on top. The album also saw AKA refine his hip-hop sound by incorporating amapiano elements and other African genres into the soundscape of the body of work. The album, which featured collaborations with some of the biggest names in the industry, was both a celebration of his life and a poignant farewell from an artist who had so much more to give. Tracks like Company, Prada, Amapiano, I Could Go On All Day resonated deeply with fans who saw the album as a fitting tribute to AKA's career. It's a real pity that he never got to perform many of the songs from this album live. But long live Supa Mega, live long. Even in death, AKA managed to leave his mark, showing that his influence would endure long after he was gone. Mass Country served as a reminder of the artist's ability to connect with listeners, to reflect the times he lived, and to leave an indelible mark on the world.
The reason he did it was definitely to be the greatest ever, and anything less than that was not good enough.
To sum it all up, AKA was a visionary, a pioneer, and a cultural icon. His journey from a young boy in Cape Town to the top of the South African music industry is a story of determination, talent, and an unyielding belief in the power of music. When his life was tragically cut short, his legacy will endure, inspiring future generations to dream big, work hard, and never forget the power of staying true to oneself. Again, long live Supa Mega, live long.
This journey is spiritual, but don't forget the prayer.
This has been a look into the storied life and legacy of AKA, a man whose influence on South African hip-hop will never be forgotten. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of artists who've shaped South African music and the world at large. Until next time, keep the music alive and stay tuned in.
And we unite our people through music, so make some noise, Africa, one side.
Just trust in me. I'll build you a doggy mansion. One dog's not enough for me. Two dogs not enough. Okay, relax.